Speaking of society becoming deeply unwell, here is our next president. Only 13 more days until he's officially the president, just so you understand. He delivered an incredible press conference at Mar-a-Lago this morning. And let me tell you, okay, he is, oh boy, you are not ready. Or you're thinking like, oh, I'm ready. I've heard Trump say a bunch of crazy stuff. Let me tell you, you are not. He's gearing up for some stuff.
They're still counting in some areas. You know, they're still counting the vote in some areas. Can you believe this? What a place. What a horrible place. One of the things we're going to do is we've got to fix the election so that we get honest counts and they get done by 10 o'clock in the evening or something thereabouts. There are places where they're still counting votes.
He's going to fix it. There's no need to count it ever again. That's why I laugh when people are like, well, since Trump is going to be a lame duck president because he's a one-term president. And I'm always thinking to myself, are you sure about that? I thought we weren't going to have a need for elections any longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a one and done type situation. It's a one-off. You know, we did it. I voted, as we all did, for Donald Trump, as I told you to do so by consistently playing Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump. And we all voted por Donald Trump. And now that's it. One and done. It's king time now. America must restore the monarchy.
And we will drill, baby, drill. And we're going to be drilling in a lot of other locations. And the energy costs are going to come way down. They'll be brought down to a very low level. And that's going to bring everything else down. That's what caused it to go up, along with the ridiculous spending on the Green New scam. All this money, trillions.
Yeah, it was crazy when we did the Green New scam. It was crazy. Remember when we did the Green New scam, dude? And hamburger was made illegal. Oh, damn, that's a great one. I hate how he doesn't call it the Green New Steel. I think maybe there's too positive of an association with Green New Steel. Maybe that's why. Because it's like, oh, it's a steal, you know? Like, that could be positive. Like, oh, it's basically a steal. You might as well do it. That type of situation. That's why he's saying Green New Scam. Even though I do like Green New Steel. But I guess it's also kind of close to Stop the Steal. You don't want to confuse these guys, you know? They don't have a lot going on up there.
When a Republican, it's not easy for a Republican. When the Republican wins the popular vote by millions and wins all 7 of the swing states, people said, well, he could win 4. We won all 7, and we won them by a lot. That tells you we won. And they've been watching this injustice. I call it the Injustice Department. What they've done is so bad. The whole world is...
Got him. I thought this was a press conference. Did you guys forget how Trump press conferences work? This is how it works, chatters. You forgot he weaves for an hour. He talks about how he won the election by numbers no one has ever seen before. He's got quants. They're using the Hadron Collider to do computational processes no one's ever seen before to find numbers that do not exist in the textbooks to figure out what the margins of victory look like for me. We're using AI to try to figure out the tremendous victory. They still haven't been able to count it.
I'm a former very successful president. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We had borders that were sealed and beautiful. Everything was good. We had no wars. We defeated ISIS. We had no wars. Now I'm going into a world that's burning with Russia and Ukraine, with...
Mr. President, you said you defeated ISIS, and yet there was a ISIS-style attack on the first day of January. What's that about? Oh my God. Did Biden bring back ISIS? Oh my God. I figured it out. Dark Brandon said, for my last trick, I'm bringing back ISIS. Oh my God. Yusuf Al-Bidan. Yeah. On his way back, he restored the Islamic Caliphate. I will undermine it.
And we don't have enough electricity, and then we have AI where we need more, and he wants everybody to have an electric heater instead of a gas heater.
He's like, yeah, we gotta use our grid for the AI and not like electric heaters and things of that nature that are genuinely better, not for the environment necessarily, but just for like the health of the people. We are gonna make sure that people are getting carbon monoxide poisoning. I do not care. We are going to... How else will they vote for me? Unless they're introduced to these toxic fumes at an early age and then maybe have cancer down the line. How else? How else will we make sure that our beautiful industry of healthcare continues contributing to the GDP?
We think we're going to do some really great things really great things. We're being respected again all over the world. The Panama Canal is a disgrace, what took place at the Panama Canal. Jimmy Carter gave it to them for $1, and they were supposed to treat us well. I thought it was a terrible thing to do. You know, it was the most expensive structure ever built in the history of our country, relatively.
What?
It would be the equivalent of substantially over $1 trillion today. We lost 38,000 people. Think of it, 38,000 people, they died from malaria, mosquitoes. They were unable to stop the mosquitoes. They paid people 5 times more to take the job. Many of those people died. We gave it away for $1. But the deal was that, you know, they have to treat us fairly. They don't treat us fairly. They charge more for our ships than they charge for ships of other countries.
He wants to take the Panama Canal. He wants to seize it. He wants to take the Panama Canal. He wants to take Greenland. And he also wants to bomb Mexico. And he wants to annex through economic warfare, he said. He wants to create economic pressure for Canada until the point of annexation. This is the peaceful dove. You see, Donald Trump wants to do all of this, but in a peaceful way, because he's a peaceful dove.
And we are not treated well, as you know, by Canada. Canada is subsidized to the tune of about $200 billion a year, plus other things.
Like, what is that? I don't even know what that means. Like, if Canada's not treating us well, who's treating us well? Damn, dude, everybody's cooking us, huh? Like, that's America's hat you're talking about, brother. What do you mean? We are not being treated well by Canada is such a funny statement to make as the president of the United States of America.
They don't essentially have a military. They have a very small military. They rely on our military. It's all fine, but, you know, they got to pay for that. It's very unfair. I have so many great friends. One of them is the great one, Wayne Gretzky. I said, run for prime minister. You'll win it'll take 2 seconds. But he said, well, am I going to run for prime minister or governor? You tell me. I said, I don't know. Let's make it governor. I like it.
What? He's saying get Wayne Gretzky to be the governor of Canada and Canada to be a state. God damn. Yeah, he invited Wayne to Mar-a-Lago and told him to run for governor. Wayne is a MAGA cuck now. He's a disgrace of the country. You will see many such cases of that. It won't just be Wayne Gretzky. There isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada will become a part of the United States. Workers and communities in both our countries benefit from being each other's biggest trading and security partner. Uh-oh. I think we're accelerating. I think we are accelerating the ways in which Canada will inevitably have that sweet, delicious, juicy freedom of private enterprise in healthcare, especially when you got disgraced, now resigned 23rd Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, saying this will never happen. Well, it seems like it's definitely going to happen. That's a lock now. Have you ever seen this insane Lib Hopium Trudeau tweet? Yeah, I have. Justin Trudeau can become president of the United States in 2028 if Canada becomes the 51st state in America. I know. It's fantastic. Yeah. He should come here to mess up our country too. What is this? Trump supporter featured in Truth Social videos convicted drug offender. President-elect Donald Trump posted a video on his social media platform Monday of a convicted drug dealer purchasing a Make America Great Again hat in Greenland. I am hearing that the people of Greenland are MAGA, Trump's post read. Greenland is an incredible place and that people will benefit tremendously if and when it becomes a part of our nation. We will protect it and cherish it from a very vicious outside world. Make Greenland great again. That's Magaga. Newsweek has reached out to Trump's transition team for comment. Of course he looks like that. No! The U.S. has considered acquiring Greenland several times in the past, with the most recent attempt in 2019 when Trump first brought up the idea. Greenland's capital, Nuuk, is closer to New York than the Danish capital, Copenhagen. Copenhagen! Donald Trump speaks at Mar-a-Lago, Florida in January 2024. Timmy Zeeb is, in a video posted by Truth Social, is a drug dealer in Greenland. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison in one of the country's largest cannabis cases. I mean, yeah, who cares? He sells... I'm hearing that the people of Greenland are MAGA. My son, Don Jr., and he's going to pardon him. He's going to take Greenland. He's going to turn Greenland into America. And then he's going to pardon this man because of the cannabis crimes that he committed. Wait, let's see. I want to watch the video.
Okay. So, like, if you could tell Trump anything, what would it be?
Buy us.
Buy Greenland?
Buy Greenland.
Why do you want Trump to buy Greenland?
Because we don't want to be colonized by Danish government anymore. We get ripped every year about...
Wait, why does he sound like he's Maori? What the hell is this accent, man? We don't want to be colonized by Copenhagen no more, miss. What the hell? Also, what's up with this universality of hogs? Like, why does he look like 4G Auto Blow? Why do they always have this painted on beard? 4G Auto Snow Blow? Yo, what the hell, dude? The universality of hogs, man. They're turning into the same person.
Our minerals from Greenland. We are the richest nation in the world, and we don't get to use it. Denmark's using us too much.
Do you like America?
I love America, but people are too fat over there.
Wait, but people are too what?
Like America?
I love America, but people are too fat over there.
What? No. What is happening? That's the hog face, man. Isn't that the emote for when hogs? Yeah, hoggers. He's doing the hoggers face. Oh, Trump talked to Greenlandic people via phone. Trump calls in to Trump Jr.'s visit to Greenland, makes the argument for why the country should join American territory.
And I thought it'd be great to go up there with his two very talented friends and the other group, a lot of other people. So I just want to say that it's a very special place. It needs security for itself, but it also needs security very much for the world. The location really, you see the people and the ships sailing around, and they're not the right ships, and they're not the ships you want to know about. So we need security.
Yeah, they're not the ships you want to know about.
Our country needs it, and the whole world needs it.
Yes.
Oh damn! One of them got real hype, dude.
Strategically located.
Yeah.
So it's really imperative.
You're right.
Yeah, clap now. Come on. Wait, Charlie Kirk is there too? What is happening? I know about the history of colonies, but I wonder if it was like this lame. Like even back in the day where they were just like doing whatever the medieval equivalent of this is. It had to have been, right? With like a lot more incest too. For context, this is like if Joe Biden sent Hunter on a foreign state visit and Hunter invited you to come with him. I know. Yeah. Imagine in an alternate universe, Joe Biden is like, hey, look alive, Jack. We're taking over the Panama Canal. And then he sends Hunter down there and I'm with Hunter. It's like me and Hunter at Panama being like, all right, we're taking it over for the Mac attack.
Well, you go have a good time, everybody, and we're going to treat you well. You know that, and just take care of yourselves. Thank you all very much.
See you soon.
Be good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought Trump was the great isolationist. What happened? I thought he was America first. How is doing a colonial occupation on Greenland going to improve the lives of all of the many MAGA charlatans that voted for him? I'm having a hard time. And before you say, oh, well, there's bounty there. There's natural resources there. Okay, there was natural resources at Iraq too. That's why we invaded. Did you see any of those benefits? No. American foreign intervention is never done to improve the immediate lives of American citizens. As a matter of fact, it has a negative impact on the lives of the average citizens. Their sons and daughters go out and die for no reason.
The Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name.
Oh yeah, he's changing the Gulf of Mexico and renaming it to the Gulf of America. Is it reasonable to think that Trump is threatening to take over the Panama Canal in Greenland in order to get kicked out of NATO instead of outright leaving NATO? A lot of people are terrified of Donald Trump leaving NATO and were when he was president, and he didn't do it last time, and I don't think he's going to do it this time either. He'll extract more money from other NATO countries for the security partnership. It's basically, NATO is a protection racket that benefits the United States of America. We are NATO. Without NATO, we do not have control over the entire globe. I'm pretty sure no matter how stupid Donald Trump is, he still understands that reality. And given his track record of backing down from certain things whenever he gets like a tremendous amount of criticism, or backing away from certain initiatives when it actually harms the bottom line of his big donors, Donald Trump was never actually going to go against NATO. NATO is profoundly important for the military-industrial complex, and Donald Trump understands how important that is. It's also very important for continued American imperialism around the globe.
Your references to Greenland and the Panama Canal, so forth. Can you assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us a little bit about what your plan is? Are you going to negotiate a new treaty? Are you going to ask the Canadians to hold a vote? What is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you, you're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this, we need them for economic security. The Panama Canal was built for our military. I'm not going to commit to that now. It might be that you'll have to do something. Look, the Panama Canal is vital to our country. It's being operated by China. China. And we gave the Panama Canal to Panama. We didn't give it to China. And they've abused it. They've abused that gift. It should have never been made, by the way. Giving the Panama Canal is why Jimmy Carter lost the election, in my opinion, more so maybe than the hostages. The hostages were a big deal. But if you remember, and nobody wants to talk about the Panama.
I think that Donald Trump is not exactly a student of history. And I think the only reason why he knows about the Jimmy Carter situation is because he did the thing with Netanyahu, a similar thing with Netanyahu. That's what I think. There's no other reason for this man to know anything about Jimmy Carter. Bold of you to assume he's a student of anything. I mean, I'm saying he's not. The only thing he's a student of is he's a student of the streets, okay? The school of hard knocks, where he got an A+, baby. That's right. The art of the deal, more like art of the steal. Yep. Green New Steel. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, okay? Wait, what? Trump invites us to reimagine our communities and to see national borders as artificially drawn lines. Oh my God, is he about to hit the Giannis Varoufakis line? Borders are a scar on the face of the earth.
Are you also considering military force to annex and acquire Canada?
No, economic force, because Canada and the United States, that would really be something. You get rid of that artificially drawn line, and you take a look at what that looks like.
Dude, everyone is so woke. Everyone's a liberal, dude. He's like, borders are artificially drawn lines only when I want to annex our neighboring sovereign state. Oh, dude, he's Mr. Border Wall. What do you mean? I thought, wait, even this guy's dropped the whole wall aesthetic. The party realignment is here. MAGA communism now. MAGA communism forever. That's right. I'm saying it. ACP was right. Jackson Hinkledink was right, dude. He said no borders, abolish class, abolish currency. We are looking at a future of a moneyless, classless, borderless society. What is Jesse Waters saying about it? The thing is, like, they're all memeing about it, but I don't know if they're memeing.
Canada. At first I wanted it, and I tried to divide it into 2 states. And then I realized we'd be adding Montana, basically, for the Republicans, and electorally like a Texas for the Democrats. And I don't like that. But the fact that they don't want us to take them over makes me want to invade. I want to quench my imperialist thirst.
I can't tell if this is, I feel like they're still joking about it, but they're so stupid and so bloodthirsty. I honestly don't know if they are joking.
President Erdogan is a friend of mine. He's a guy I like, respect. I think he respects me also. He's the one that didn't go after certain people after I requested that he not. You know who I'm talking about, the Kurds. I don't know how long that's going to, because they're natural enemies. They hate each other. But he didn't do that yet. And he didn't do it in the past also. He started, and I said, please don't do that, and he didn't do it. So, but if you look at what happened with Syria, Russia was weakened.
Bro said natural enemies like they're Pokemon, dude. As a Turk, the Kurd is my natural enemy. You know, since I'm a Pokemon, and I see a Kurd, and I think, and then the Pokemon fight music starts. Bum, 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 bum. Brr, 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 brr. Oh no, it's a Kurd type. It's a Kurd type Pokemon. That is my natural enemy. Meanwhile, we got the Greeks right there. How are you going to discount the real natural enemy of the Turk? Turkish people are the first to recognize that if a Kurdish person was like, oh, lahmacun is our food too, they'd be like, yeah, that's right. But God forbid they hear an Armenian say that. Let me tell you, okay? If the Kurds were like, baklava is our thing, Turkish people would be like, yeah, that's fine. But if a Greek said that, oh my Lord, the area is treacherous. There are far more natural enemies. You understand me?
By the way, I have the envoy here. Is that in the back? Standing with my son, Eric, is Steve Witkoff, who's just got back from the Middle East, and he's done a fantastic job. He's a great deal maker. I said, what we need there is a deal maker, because nobody makes a deal. We have people that understand where the rivers are and where the meets and bounds are, but they can't talk. They can't make deals. Steve's done a great job. I just want to thank you, Steve.
Well, I think we're making a lot of progress, and I don't want to say too much because I think they're doing a really good job back in Doha. I'm leaving tomorrow back to go to Doha, but I think that we've had some really great progress, and I'm really hopeful that by the inaugural, we'll have some good things to announce on behalf of the president. I actually believe that we're working in tandem in a really good way, but it's the president, his reputation, the things that he has said that are driving this negotiation, and.
You know this motherfucker got the job because he has a Mar-a-Lago membership. I'm sorry. This is the most... I don't know anything about this dude. I don't know nothing about his background. This is the most Mar-a-Lago dentist guy I've ever seen. Looking like a fish out of water. Oh my God, he's a real estate investor, landlord, and founder of the Witkoff Group. Wait, what's his experience? He was involved in financing the Fontainebleau Las Vegas? Oh my God, it's worse. He's not even a dentist. Oh my God. On September 15, 2024, Witkoff was playing golf with Trump at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida, when the suspected assassination on Trump was attempted. Oh my God. I didn't want to lock it so hard, but God damn, he is so he is so predictable. It's crazy.
You say all hell will be paid. All hell must be paid if they don't release the hostages.
Well, do I have to define it for you? Look, all hell will break out. If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is. And they should have given them back a long time. They should have never taken them. There should have never been the attack of October 7th. People forget that. But there was.
Yeah, people forget October 7th all the time, man.
Were killed.
Your position is clear, but have you directed your staff to take specific actions to draw plans? And can you elaborate again? You didn't rule out military coercion.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time. You have approximately 45,000 people there. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world. I'm talking about protecting the free world. You don't even need binoculars. You look outside, you have China ships all over the place. You have Russian ships all over the place. We're not letting that happen. And if Denmark wants to get to a conclusion, but nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. But if they did do that, then I would tariff Denmark at a very high level.
China's over there like licking its lips. Yeah, start sanctioning every European country. Allow China to get the microchip technology from the Netherlands. Lose out on any sort of global influence that we might have had. Allow China to become even more of a leader in multiple key sectors. Masterful gambit.
How soon do you anticipate going to meet with Putin to discuss the Ukraine situation?
Well, I can't tell you that, but I know that Putin would like to meet. I don't think it's appropriate that I meet until after the 20th, which I hate, because every day many young people are being killed, soldiers. The land is very flat, and hundreds of thousands of soldiers many hundreds of thousands from each side are dead, and they're laying in fields all over the place. Nobody to even collect. There's landmines all over. It's a disaster. But it's very flat. It's great. It's farmland, and it's very, very flat. And the only thing that stops a bullet is the human body. And the human body is stopping a lot of bullets.
What does that have to do with anything?
Russia's losing a lot of young people, and so is Ukraine. And it should have never been started. That's a war that should have never happened. I guarantee you, if I were president, that war would have never happened.
Who would you like to nominate to replace Michael Barr as vice chair for the board?
I'll be announcing somebody.
If we were working under the assumption that you're serious about making Canada 51st state of the United States.
I think it's pretty awesome that Donald Trump is so vehemently opposed to Biden and the Democratic Party that he ends up making like a weird argument that it's not actually Vladimir Putin's fault that he invaded Ukraine. It's actually still Joe Biden's fault. It's not actually Hamas's fault that they did October 7. It's actually Joe Biden's fault that October 7 happened. He's not even hitting the American enemies. Our foreign adversaries are violent and awful narratives that you normally would hear from any other American president because he's so obsessed with being like, no, it's the Democrats.
Again, this was a question that was asked of me. I didn't bring it up. I didn't want to bring up the Panama Canal because of Jimmy Carter's death. people don't bring it up, but you and other people have asked me about it. No, it's a deal that I was very strongly against. I was a young guy when this took place, but just why would we spend all of that money, lose 38,000 people to malaria, the mosquito? They were dying. It was horrible what was happening.
Oh my God, remember that? Mosquito. It just reminded me. 38,000. 38,000 dead because of the mosquito. Come on, someone has that old video. It's him talking to Jonathan Swan. Oh my God, I'm such a Trump stan. Why do I know this? Oh, it's with Tucker.
Why is China allowed to conduct imperialism in our hemisphere?
Well, yeah, and it's far beyond Cuba. It's all over South America.
Yeah, in the Caribbean.
So we built a thing called...
Bro, this is so funny. Watching Tucker Carlson and Donald Trump talk about Chinese imperialism like they're, Destiny dick riders. I wonder if this will cause anyone to reconsider their assessment as massive liberals. Probably not.
Called the Panama Canal. We lost 35,000 people to the mosquito, malaria.
Yeah.
We lost 35,000 people building. We lost 35,000 people because of the mosquito.
I love that. Where he just increasingly gets funnier and funnier. We lost 35,000 people because of the mosquito.